Hello everyone, this is Betsy from Ideas Times 2, and I have a flip through for you today, two flip throughs. I have a couple projects in our Etsy shop and I'd like to share them with you. The first one, these two here, and the first one I'm going to go through is this one. So this is a design team project for Lindsay Zenor, who is nevermorecreations17.com, and she has a shop with journals, junk journals, journal supplies, digikits, lots of fun things there, and I will leave her links down below. Her link, there's only one. And I used her kit entitled Ledger Bouquets, and also used some images from Peaceful Poppies. She has an ephemera, a couple of ephemera sheets with that kit, and so I did use quite a few of those. But most this was inspired with the Ledger Bouquets kit, which I totally love. It's amazing. And I will show you those as we go through. So what it is, I don't have everything written down, I'm sorry. 5 3/4 by 8.5 inches. The spine is 1.5 inches, and I can't remember how many pages, but I will list that down below. It is a hardcover book cover, so it's a repurposed book, and I made it into a junk journal. And the closure is sari silk on that side, and then I have a tassel. Now, if you had seen my original post in the Etsy shop, or had seen it on Junk Journal Junkies, or if you'd seen it somewhere, I didn't put the photo with the tassel because I forgot. So I did not have the tassel photo up. I just had the book photo. So, but it does come with a tassel, and this tassel is removable with it's just attached with a bulldog clip, and you can clip it on the front too. I think that would be cute as well, just like that, and then it will just hang down this way. It's not cooperating with me. It'll just hang down this way. But anyway, so it does. It is removable. And there's a little key on there, and a string of beads with a tassel on the bottom. And it is just mixed fibers, lace, ribbon, rickrack, some little tassel trim. So that comes with the journal. I just didn't have the right picture up when I posted those things for sale. So let's see. So this is upholstery fabric, and so there's a beautiful pastoral image that wraps all the way around to the back, and I just love this fabric. It has 2 signatures, and they're sewn directly into the spine of the book. All right, so let's just open this up. I kind of ran with the red theme, and there are a lot of flowers, so it's basically floral. There are some birds, and but the basic theme, I guess you could say, of the journal is floral, and which is kind of interesting the way it developed, because this book cover, this book that I used, was about Napoleon and Josephine, and I got to reading some of the text, and it was a biography. And Josephine apparently loved horticulture, and she was quite good at it, and also good at sharing her knowledge and sharing seeds and plantings and stuff. So she decorated, everybody had decorated yards because of her. So, I mean, it was really fascinating to read that, but I couldn't stop and read the whole book. It was like a 400-page book, I don't know, but anyway, it was very interesting. So I kind of think it's kind of fun that this also has a floral theme, and it was, Napoleon and Josephine. I did want to use the original book cover. It was red. It was very beautiful, but I kind of sliced up the spine, so I had to rebuild the spine. But it's okay because I like this as well. And actually, the pastoral scenes and the toile is actually kind of indicative of that time period. So it works. It worked out. It worked out just fine. Okay, so inside here, I will just show you what we've got. This is for sale in our Etsy shop. So I've got just kind of a collaged up. This is an envelope flip, so it just flips open like that. But this side has a collaged up tag that pulls out, and then you open this up, and the flap of the envelope becomes a tuck spot here. And so here's just a plain journaling card. This is muslin. I print stamped on muslin. And then on this side is the Tim Holtz slotted thingy. And that houses some little tags and little images. I think all of these are from Tracy Fox. Her little tags, tiny tags she calls them, and the faux tea cards. So I think all of these images are from hers, and this is also her label. I do remember that. Here is the paper from Lindsay's kit right here. So it's a beautiful ledger sheet, and she's got these gorgeous bouquets of flowers, and there was a lot of red in them, and so that kind of inspired me. So this tab is actually a ticket, and I put an eyelet in it, and this one has, there are two of them, this one has a ladybug on it. And if it were colored, this would be a red ladybug, but it's not. It's silver, but that's okay. All right. Also, like her page, her kit has a plain ledger sheet page on it too, and so I printed this front to back. So this has the plain ledger on the back. All right, so here is a sari silk tie, and I have an envelope style fold out here, and inside of it I have a page from the book, the Napoleon and Josephine book, and this is a facsimile of one of Napoleon's letters to Josephine. So I included that, and this is a page from the book, but I included that in here. I thought that would be kind of fun. This is a very interesting reading, but I could not finish the book. I still could. I have the text block. It's not a very attractive book anymore, but I could maybe read the book. It's very, very cool. All right. And there's a little bit of collaging right there. So I left this open, and here's a tag that pulls out, and this tag has a little pocket, and here's one of Tracy's faux tea cards. So, and it has a little cotton tie at the top. A little stenciling there. This is double ephemera card, so it's just folded over the page, and I have a little clip here just to stabilize it, just to keep it in there. So it has a antique Norwegian lace tab here, some fibers sewn on, and this side has a cluster. And they're just seed packet from a paper pack that I had. So I'm just going to fold that over and clip that back on. This is another one of the seed packets, and little cluster here, and this page had folded under there, but this is some red birds from a bird book that I had. I think it was like a field note size book. This is a botanical print that I made, eco print, and I thought the colors were very beautiful. It is not like clear images on here, but I mean, this one's pretty good, this leaf, but I just thought the colors were pretty, and it's still, you know, it's still a neat piece of paper, even though the images didn't turn out very clear. So this is a double pocket. This is paper I had from my paper pad. This is from Lindsay's Peaceful Poppies. And so I just have some ephemera tucked in there. This is from Lindsay's Peaceful Poppies. And just I had some red tickets. That was in Happy Mail from Cindy. I love tickets. Love them. Love, love, love them. All right. So also I put in, I mean, I didn't want to overdo it on the ledgers, but this is a green ledger sheet that I had in my stash. Here, this is from Lindsay's kit. Aren't they so pretty? And some stenciling. Here in the center of this signature, there are two signatures, is a repurposed envelope. And so I just have some collaging on here, and then this card, the top of the envelope becomes a pocket. So this card is plain on this side, has cotton ruffle up here. This is the antique Norwegian lace, but it's just collaged up a little bit with this bird book page, and I put it this way because on this side is where the window is, and then you can see those beautiful birds. And then on this side, this is collaged up. Here's a stamp here. This card pulls out too. This is the back side, and there's the front. It's kind of a mixed media background and with ledger in the back. This is from Tracy Fox's, I don't know, but this is from Tracy Fox. These two, she has some round little tags. I used like just a lot of miscellaneous type things, but it was totally inspired by the red. This is one of Tracy's labels too, so this is just collaged up a little bit. There's some stenciling. This is a little round tag, and it slips right in there. Ledger paper. This is cotton ruffled on here. Little collaging there from botanical book that I had. This sheet, it's not tea stained, so you can see the difference, but this is from Lindsay's ledger kit. And here's one of hers as well. I just love it. It's so pretty. So here is a pocket, and it's actually a double pocket. Like it could be, you could stick some, I left this open, so you could actually stick something in there too, like that. But this was tucked into the back like that. So this is just a fold-out sheet. Just a sheet of paper that I had in my stash. I think this is from Lindsay's too, her Peaceful Poppy kit. I just love it. I think this image was from hers too. So, but the beautiful red poppies, they're just gorgeous. So here's just a little collaged tuck spot and a little sari silk tab up there. It just tucks right in there. Another sheet from Lindsay's kit. This tab is the second one, and a little ticket again. And this has a flower charm. So there's a little corner pocket, just some like seed packet, and then this one comes from the Peaceful Poppy. That comes from the Peaceful Poppy kit as well. Some paper from my stash. Almost all this paper is tea stained. I don't know if I mentioned that. So this belly band has some decorative brads on it, and here's a little envelope from Tracy and some little ephemera cards just tucked right in there. And this flap tucks down over the belly band, and it just decorates the page. So I also had I know, I didn't want to get carried away with the ledgers, but I have like a aqua color and pink ledger sheets, and I just love it. In fact, I'm almost out, and I'm so sad. I don't remember where I got it, but I'd like to get another one because the color is really fantastic. Just a little side collaging here, another little round tag right there. Here's a library card pocket. And it's a little collaged up here, and the card itself, I decoupaged a napkin on it, and there's stitching around it, and the back has paper as well. Did I leave that open? Nope, I did not. Thought maybe I did. My background is falling down a little bit. Let me see if I can get that to stay. Alright, so more ledger bouquets. There's a little cluster here, map page, little tuck spot here with some cards, stenciling. Oh, this is the middle of the second signature. Look at this page. This is from an art book, and I do not know the artist. There's a little quote here, but it's not by the artist of the painting. I'm not sure who that is, but it's just so beautiful. I almost wanted to hoard that. Let's see. This is one of those Graphic 45 tall envelopes, but I cut it down and used the button and string part of it. I will use the other part on a different pocket. So here's a fold-out sheet from my stash, and ephemera card from Peaceful Poppies. And then inside of here, I have a few seed packet type cards. And almost done here. This tag is just clipped onto the page with a red clip, and so it's collaged up a little bit. It has sari silk for the tie, and it just goes right back on. Ledger bouquet. More stenciling down the side. Paper from my stash. Okay, this is an ephemera card from Lindsay's Peaceful Poppies, and it had a little saying in the middle, and I cut that out and made it into a window. So if you can see, it has acetate in the window, and then I took an image of this bird and made sure that it fit in there. And so it can just slide right in there, and you've got a little bird in the window. So sorry, silk tie on there, tab. A little collaging right here. So I did forget to mention, but so it has some things that hang out over the top, and there are also 3 of cotton tabs. But there's lace, and I think a sari silk thing that sticks up too. So this is the back page, and this is Lindsay's Ledger Bouquets. I had printed this one out onto cardstock, and so I made it into a pocket. And then this is a booklet I made. This is something about arabesque file folder from Tracy, and I just loved this paper and thought it was so regal. So I made that into the cover of a little junk journal booklet here. So it's just a miscellaneous papers, and that booklet gets tucked into the back right there. So that is the Red Toile junk journal. And I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to run through the Ballerina Set next. So another thing I have for sale in the Etsy shop is this Ballerina Set. It's a 3-piece set, and this is an altered cigar box. So it has like a mixed media cover. There's a wooden frame that I painted, an image inside, and paper flowers and buttons and glittered berries. There's feather boa cheesecloth. There's a acetate butterfly here. So those types of things are in the floral part, and then all the sides are decorated with paper. And it has the little metal feet that I put on with E6000, and then the knob for the lid. So you lift it up with this, and it is a string and bead lifter knob. Okay, so I can't, in the space I have to film, I can't really back it out too much, so I'm going to have to show you sort of sideways here. But so the inside of the lid is also decorated with layers of paper, and there's lace, and then inside houses 2 other pieces in the set. So let me take those out and just show you the inside of the box. It has a felt pad at the bottom, and the sides are decorated with paper as well. The front and the back are just painted. They're not decorated with paper because the paper was interfering with the lid. So let me just set that off to the side a little bit. Okay, so the first thing is this little junk journal. It is 4 3/4 by 7.5, and it has 2 layers of heavy cardstock for the cover, and it's layered up here with paper. The back is plain. There's only one signature, and is sewn directly into the cover. And they're all ballerina images. These images are from Gecko Gals. So we have got stenciling. There's that Tim Holtz slot thingy again, and this label. So we've got images here, a couple of collage tags, and some pink tickets in this one. And miscellaneous papers, tea-stained papers, avocado-stained papers. Here are some more fun ballerina things. This says slippers, and the other 2 are the images from Gecko Gals. And here is a a very tiny little ballerina stamp. And so miscellaneous papers, junk journal style. So here's another ballerina and some cardstock there. This is layered up with sari silk and the image. A little tuck spot there, and this is hand marbled paper that I made. Just fold it out. This is a trim that I sewed on. Little stenciling. Here's the center of the signature. So this is Lurex sari silk that is sewn on, and then there's two beautiful ballerina images. There are beads tied onto the signature strings. Two beautiful ballerinas and some inked up cheesecloth. This is collaged here. This tiny little label is actually became a little pocket, and so here's this tiny little butterfly tag. Some really pretty images here, just clipped right on, and there's a satin ribbon bow there. This little word just says ballerina here. This is antique Norwegian lace sewn onto pink cardstock, and it becomes a tuck. So here's an image, and then this is a collaged guest check, and it's backed on cardstock. So nice sturdy little journal card there. And this is the back. So here is a pocket. And it's open in the back. So here's this little bookmark here, and it's got some fancy sort of iridescent tie at the top. And then this is a little junk journal too. It is pamphlet stitched. So there's a little ballerina collaged up here on this lace dyed paper, and then the inside is just a bunch of miscellaneous papers. There's cabbage stained, avocado stained, tea stained. There's golden beet stained. So lots of different papers in there. So that little journal gets tucked in the back. So that is the second item in that set. And the third item is this tag journal. So it has 5 tags. They are 3 1/4 inches by 6 1/4 inches. And there are 5 of them, and they're decorated on both sides. So I will just run through the fronts, and then I'll turn it around and we'll do the backs. So here is a tuck spot with lace, a paper flower, and then it has this image just tucked into the side. And then right here, so here's some shiny trim, and this is just collaged up with this beautiful ballerina. This is antique Norwegian lace, and it has these 2 tags on them, and they have charms hanging down, and so those stick out the side of the journal. And here's another collaged with a cluster up there. This is a fold out or a flip open or whatever. So this is some trim I sewed on, and then this flips open. Here are 2 little pockets trimmed with lace, and the images come right out of those. And this side says, keep calm and dance on. And then I usually just keep this on here so that that flap stays closed for us. And then you flip it over, and here's some nice loopy trim down here, and this is a very fancy brad that is stuck onto the trim. Here's a pocket, and there's rickrack here, and it has this image. And then flip this is another pocket. This is with an index card that I've scalloped. Here is sari silk and a button that I sewed right on, and then this image comes out too. So that pocket just, I don't know what I was going to say, but there's that pocket, I should say. Okay, so here's a belly band, and it has decorative brads. And then I made a tiny little, I have a paper clip holding the pocket closed as well, but here's a tiny little envelope I made, and inside we've got 2 little ballerinas that go right in, and then this just slips over that band, and then you just clip it right on. And then this last page are horizontally oriented pictures. And Here are 2 little tags. The images have the lace on them, and then these plain tags have a wool that was in a beautiful pink color. And this one is the same. Well, got them all stuck. I also should mention the holes. I mean, these are made out of heavy cardstock, but the holes are reinforced on both sides of those. So this 3-piece set is also for sale in our Etsy shop. So please check us out, and we would love to have you subscribe, give this a thumbs up. Any comments would be great. We love to connect with you, and we appreciate you very much. So we'll talk to you later, everybody. Goodbye.